Here are today's top news stories and why they matter. South Africa has announced its intention to engage all available diplomatic channels to secure a mutually beneficial trade agreement with the United States. This comes ahead of the planned implementation of a revised tariff regime by the U.S. on August 8. Why does this matter? The U.S. is South Africa's third largest trading partner, accounting for 7.5% of its total exports. With some of the highest U.S. imposed tariffs among African nations, South Africa is keen to protect its long-term trade interests. Officials emphasize a pragmatic approach that supports regional integration. DW's Thuso Kumalo has more from Monday's press briefing.
At a joint press briefing, South Africa's Minister of Trade and Industry, along with the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, acknowledged that negotiations with the United States have been both frustrating and at times provocative. Minister Ronald Lamola emphasized that the government remains committed to refining its proposal to the U.S. in a way that fosters greater predictability in trade relations.
We will continue to use all available diplomatic channels to negotiate a mutual beneficial trade deal with the United States, one that respects our national interests while advancing our long-standing partnership.
Among the steps being taken is the establishment of an export support desk aimed at helping affected businesses access funding and technical expertise to stay competitive. Minister of Trade, Industry and Competition, Pak Stau, highlighted the importance of exploring alternative markets as a central strategy in South Africa's response to the U.S. tariffs.
We will trade with all parties on the basis of what's in our interest, but also on the basis of global trade governing rules.
The ministers also criticized local organizations such as AfriForum and certain political parties for engaging with the U.S. government outside official channels. They argued that these actions have undermined the government's efforts to secure a favorable trade agreement that protects jobs and supports the national economy.
The legal dispute over the burial of Zambia's former president, Edgar Lungu, resumed on Monday at the High Court in Pretoria, South Africa. In court, the Zambian government and Lungu's family presented conflicting positions. The family, through sworn affidavits, expressed their opposition to repatriating the late president's remains to Zambia, citing concerns over political persecution. They maintained that Lungu had accepted the idea of dying in exile. The Zambian government, however, refuted these claims, arguing that there is no credible evidence indicating Lungu wished to be buried outside his home country. Lungu died on June 5, 2025 while undergoing medical treatment in South Africa. The court is expected to deliver its ruling later this week, which could bring closure to the ongoing dispute. And finally, more than 60 people have died after a boat carrying migrants capsized off the coast of Yemen. The vessel, which was transporting around 157 individuals, mostly believed to be Ethiopian nationals, sank near the southern governorate of Abiyan. Authorities have recovered dozens of bodies and continue search and rescue operations for the missing. The International Organization for Migration, IOM, reports that the fate of many passengers remains unknown. Yemen is a key transit point for migrants seeking better opportunities in wealthier Gulf nations like Saudi Arabia. And that's all we have for you today. Don't forget to leave a comment, do share, like, and subscribe to our channel, DW Africa. I am Ajua Tinkrama Domina.